Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Behind the Music. Guys, I am excited because the sun is out. The sun is shining. I'm loving the vibes. It's just so nice out. I see greenery. I'm going for walks. It's a beautiful time when the sun is out, guys. So, yeah, I'm really excited. Let me know how your week is going and how your long weekend was, okay? Is it just me, or did Toronto take Victoria Day to another level yesterday? Like, stores were closed by 2 p.m. Malls weren't even open. I don't know if that's the norms. Let me know if you also experienced that, or if you were taken back by how serious Victoria Day was. Let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section below. We are back for another episode. Once again, gotta give a big shout out to Loud Army, because Loud Army, they have been with us from the start, and they really know how to bring producers and artists together through their streaming app, Stream. If you don't know about it, definitely go check it out after this live. It is basically a streaming platform where artists can get 50% of the revenue that comes in. So go support the app, and if you're a music lover, it is the perfect spot to discover new artists. So definitely go check them out. Go check them out. Go check them out. All right, I'm so excited for today's episode. We have Chrissy Spratt in the building today. It's going to be a great conversation talking about all things music, Afrobeat, being a cover artist, and then the whole transition into a performing and recording artist, you know. It's going to be a great conversation. We have her song playing in the background, In Too Deep, and as you know, we're inviting her on. Please enjoy the jams, and I'm just going to get her on this live, okay? Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. I love the energy.
Thank you. And I love the song.
Thank you so much.
It's a good one. It's a banger. It's catchy. And it's a nice way to say that things are getting messy and, like, you know, emotions are getting the best of you. It's a pleasant way to deliver that message.
It was a really fun song. When I was recording it, writing it with Daramola, my producer and co-writer. Yeah, it was really fun. We got deep. We got really deep. Yeah.
Yeah. I can tell. And we'll get more into that later. But yeah, for those that are kind of just being introduced to you as an artist, what inspired you to start pursuing music?
Girl, that's something that I just, like, I feel like I had no say in it. Like, since I was a kid, that's what I felt like I needed to do. Like, right. Honestly, it was just like the passion was just crazy. The love for it was just like, it's always been like my number one joy, honestly. So I felt like I didn't really have a choice. Like, music chose me.
Was there a particular moment where you're like, oh my gosh, I love the way this is making me feel. I need to do this. I need to get into this.
You know what? So growing up, I was like super shy. And every time that I wanted to, you know, sing in front of people, I choked. Like, I just couldn't do it. Like, I couldn't tell my parents that I loved to sing. Like, I feel like my friends knew that I liked to sing, but it was very just like, you know, it was just like to myself and like my circle. Yeah. And then one day I was in high school, and my teacher, she was in charge of the choir. And so she asked somebody, she was just like asking the classroom, hey, is there anybody that would be interested in taking part in this choir, like this like specific project she was putting on? And she wanted a lead singer to do Oh Happy Day from Sister Act. And I didn't raise my hand. I was like, no, like, there's no way. But my friends were just like, Chrissy really likes to sing, like, you should give her a chance. And my teacher was like, all right, done deal. So next thing you know, I was learning the main part for Oh Happy Day, and I sang it at this assembly, and the reception was great, and I just felt like, okay, maybe I can actually do this. And here we are today, honestly.
And I love that song too, because like when you think of the Sister Act 2, like it was a little shy boy, just like, oh, happy day. And then all of a sudden, you know, so I can feel like your persona and that character's persona matched.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're totally right on that point. Yeah.
That is so awesome. That's so awesome. Okay, so then at what point did you decide that you wanted to start covering pop music and Afrobeat music?
I think so. It started just with cover songs of popular music, like whatever was popular at the time, that's what I was covering. And it just, again, it just stemmed from this place of loving to sing. So the covers, like when I first started it, I mean, like they weren't anything, like the production wasn't crazy. Like I was just singing with like a camcorder. Like it was just, like really just me doing it for myself for like the love of music.
Mhm.
And then over the years, it progressed and my videos started getting nicer. I started getting better equipment to like film the stuff in, and I started YouTube was like the first like platform I started like posting on,
Yeah.
and then when TikTok came around, that's sort of when things exploded for me. And TikTok was sort of this like it was just this driving force that led me into the Afrobeat world. So I kind of like
Mhm.
stumbled across it by accident. And I'm so thankful I did because like it's awesome. Like the music is great and the fan base from that world is just amazing. Like they're so loving and supporting. Like I could not ask for like a better fan base.
Oh,
But yeah,
yes. And we can
that's basically how it started.
That's amazing. That's amazing. We can see some of that fan base flooding in the comments section, and we have a request to join our live right now. But one of them, someone in the comment section was asking if you could sing a little "Oh Happy Day" to remind us, take us back to that moment.
Oh my god, saying that is so loud. Oh, happy day. Oh,
Oh,
happy
happy
day.
day.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's crazy.
Appreciate it. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And so TikTok was the platform that really elevated it, brought you to a whole different level, bringing like basically 6 million followers across all platforms. That's
Yeah.
incredible. Congratulations, by the way, because
Thank
that's
you.
not easy. As you were growing your fan base, were there certain like standards or expectations you put on yourself to just make sure that you're upholding certain values and morals that you had for yourself as people started to give you so much attention?
I mean, honestly, like my social media page and like anybody who like has been following me, I
Yeah.
keep it very I keep it very about the music. Like I don't really go too much into like my personal life and stuff on social media. So it was always very much about the music. And I like that. I like that it's about the music. Every now and then, I will share a little piece of me, but it was really, really, really about the music. And the, I guess like the way my videos are, are like the way I've done my videos, I've sort of like created this visual brand like by accident again. Like so
Yeah.
I like that. So every time somebody would come across one of my videos, like the visual, you would just know already like what to expect, and it was gonna be a cover song, you know.
Hmm.
So yeah, like TikTok really just like pushed that for me, and then it translated onto like Instagram, and I love the fact that there was so much interaction going back and forth. Like I was reading all the comments. I just wanted to know like what people were thinking about
Yeah.
the stuff I was doing, and kind of like also like giving them what they wanted. Like if they were requesting something, okay, I'll try it. Like let me see if I can pull this off. And for the most part, I don't know. I thought I did. I thought I did pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, you've definitely impressed some people to the point where they're asking, is she Nigerian? Is she with the Nigerian? Um, how is she able to deliver this so flawlessly if she has no Nigerian roots?
Honestly, like at the end of the day, to me, it's music. It's just
Yeah,
really good music. And like when I first started doing Afro beats, it wasn't like I didn't plan it. I wasn't like, okay, like I'm gonna challenge myself to do this. It was more just like, hey, the requests were coming in, like, hey, can you try this song? Can you try that song? And I'm like, all right. Like at first it was Afrobeat music, but the words were still they were still English. Like the songs that I was choosing like were still English words and I could sing them no problem. But then when like the requests started to get a little bit more complicated, that's when like it really put me to the test, and I'm just like, can I do this? Like, am I able to like pronounce like the dialect, the pronunciation, like can I do this? And like I eased my way into it, I guess. And because everybody was so welcoming and so warming and they wanted more, I was like, okay, maybe I can do this. And that's sort of how like it progressed into like the full on dialect. So yeah.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. Yeah, and I don't speak Pidgin. I don't speak any of those languages, but in the comment section, people are literally just applauding you. Like they're like, if she can learn these lyrics, especially as quickly as you do, they're like,
Yeah.
anybody can do this. And it just also speaks to how important language is, and how it can be easy if we want it to be easy just to learn someone's culture and pick it up. So it's phenomenal what you're doing. And then also it just shows too that when you have something that is executed with intention, it hits. It will hit.
For sure. Yeah. And one thing to add to that is I think I also really enjoyed challenging myself.
Yeah.
Like sometimes some of these requests were just like I would hear the song that they were requesting, and I'm just like, you guys are trolling me right now. Like, how do you expect me to learn like this song? And I'm like, you know what? Let me just put my own twist on it. Let me figure it out. And usually I would figure it out. And yeah, like that was actually like really fun. It's fun for me.
Amazing. So a part of your process to like figure it out, do you ever translate any of the lyrics or do you know if like what the words are?
So you know what I do? So when I get a request, or I'll get like multiple requests, I'll listen to all those songs, and then the first thing I do is, yeah, like I'll do my best with like understanding or like translating and just getting an idea of like what I'm singing about. Because I also
Hmm.
like don't want to like, like I don't want to sing about something crazy and I'm just like, oh, like what am I saying here? So I
Yeah.
will like get an idea for like what the song is about. But then it's also like, does this match with my voice? Like, can I pull this off? Can I sing it? So that's the next thing. And then if I can, I learn the song line by line. So I pop up the lyrics and I'm reading it. I'm listening to the original artist and how they're pronouncing it, and I'm literally just learning it line by line. Yeah.
Wow.
And then next thing you know, you have a whole song. You have a whole song done, and I'm like, wow, I did that. That's crazy.
Okay, but your mind is on another level because you're learning these songs at a rapid pace. Like sometimes it's 1 day turnover. So what's the
Yeah.
secret behind that?
Just focused. Just like I'm so focused when I'm doing it.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. You're definitely gifted vocally and with the skills of memorization and linguistically as well.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Another cool aspect about your whole fan base and the fact that you were able to build this brand is that you did it in your house in Ottawa.
Yeah. Literally, like where I'm sitting right now, this is my
Yeah.
kitchen. Okay, like this is literally my kitchen. I
Yeah.
have I have like a desk here with like my mic and my speakers. Like this is literally my setup. So I learn all my songs literally sitting here, and then to this side of me is the like my living room, and that's where
Yeah.
I have my mic. I have my mic and my camera set up, and yeah, I do everything from my home in Ottawa. That's it.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Well, what do you have to say to those who believe that they have to move in order to build a fan base or move to a different city to get the attention that they feel like they deserve online?
I think that there's a time and place for that. Even for me, like I think that at some point eventually, like I will have to move. But for now, because all of my stuff is social media. That's what I do. It's social media. I can do it from my home. But let's just say I need to start doing collaborations, like a lot of collaborations, or I need to like be recording out of like a specific studio, or I need to be filming multiple music videos and I need certain aesthetics. That's when it starts to get tricky. And that's when moving might be more of, consider moving as more of an option. But as far as, the following that I've amassed from social media, that was possible to do from my home. And I think anybody if they have the right tools, they can do it from their home as well. It doesn't matter where you live.
Yeah, that's such an empowering story too, especially now. We know how the weight that social media holds when it comes to brand partnerships, when it comes to just exposing or giving leverage to your brand, or even developing your brand as a monetary value. Yeah, like having an audience is important, but the fact that you can just comfortably do it in a space that you already feel at home is like top notch.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's awesome. So how long would you say it actually took you to build your fan base?
So I would say it had been, years where I was just singing, doing my thing. But from the day that I opened like my TikTok account,
Yeah.
I would say like within a year,
Oh,
it grew and it grew very, very quickly. And that was also because I was just very consistent with the stuff that I was posting on TikTok.
mm-hmm,
And I was recycling, in the beginning, I was recycling a lot of content that I had done for YouTube.
mm-hmm,
So YouTube was all long form. So I would cut those videos up into short form. And then I had a lot of clips to post on TikTok. So that's how I initially started growing my TikTok.
yeah.
And then when I started doing the Afrobeat covers, that that snowballed like literally within a few months. Like that just snowballed, and it was also like on me to keep the snowball rolling.
Effects
So
going. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So that's yeah. I would say like it happened very quickly from the time that like something sparked and something hit to like where I am now. That happened quickly, but before that, I was still doing my thing. I was still always singing and posting stuff, but yeah, from the day that like something hit, it went fast, like
Yeah.
really fast.
Yeah, because you have music that dates back to like 2017, I think it is, maybe even
Yeah,
later.
yeah, I
Yeah.
would say it was around there. Yeah, like I was always doing my thing. Honestly, I just always doing my thing. Yeah.
Do you have a cover? Was there ever a cover where once you read the lyrics, you were like, oh, damn, like this is me, or it's speaking to me, or it's just profoundly relatable?
I mean, like I would say there was like a lot of the songs, like after like I would read the lyrics, sometimes it was just more about the vibe. Like the
Okay.
vibe of the song was just like, okay, like I mess with this, like I really like this.
Mhm.
Um and yeah, like obviously there was a few songs where I'm like, oh, like this is actually relatable. Like now that I'm really like listening to the lyrics and understanding the lyrics, yeah, for sure. But I would say like it was like sort of like all over the place with all the different songs.
Okay, okay, okay. So then when it comes to your personal music, especially your most recent track, Into Deep, was it a vibe that sparked that song, or was it a story, or what happened there?
It was so like it was definitely a vibe. It was a vibe,
Mm-hmm.
but so I worked on this with a producer called Daramola. Super
Mm-hmm.
talented. He's from Miami. So I actually flew out to Miami to get in the studio with him. And I swear, every time you are like working with somebody for the first time, you just don't know what the vibe is going to be. Like you don't know what the energy is. It's so, like it's a hit or miss.
Yeah.
So this vibe was just it was great. Like from the minute I got there, it was just such a good vibe.
Yeah.
And we just like chit chatted for like hours. Like we were just getting to know each other, and he was just like asking me like, what's my story? Who am I? Who's Chrissy Spratt? Like he knew about me like from the covers, and he'd see me on TikTok and Instagram and stuff, but he's just like, who are you? Like what's your
Mm-hmm.
story? So we just chit chatted for a while, and then when it came to like talking sort of about like what is like the music I want to make, what's the message I want to give. And I'm like, I don't know, like I'm always talking about love. Like every time I'm writing a song, it's like love, breakup, heartbreak, like it's always like in this realm of topics. And we decided to tap in to like this perspective of
Okay.
somebody who's like been in a relationship and thinking like the grass is greener on the other side,
Mm-hmm.
and sort of like realizing like they've gone too far, like they've wandered off too far, and taking you like through those emotions of like what that person would be feeling. So
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of how the song came about. Yeah.
Nice. Very cool. Very cool. Okay,
Mhm.
okay. I had a different interpretation of the song. I thought it was about someone who was in a relationship or was dating somebody, but like maybe something happened one night and then she ended up like, angry. Like I don't know if it was like a
But
fight
that but
or
that's
she
cool.
slashed his tires or something.
But
I was
that's
like, oh
cool.
shit got messy.
No, but like that's actually cool because songs are meant to be interpreted the way you want to interpret them. So
Hmm.
if if you can connect to it in a relatable way, that's my goal at the end of the day. You know?
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, cool. And so when you were in that studio session, what came first? Was it the acoustics or was it your lyrics or even the melody or
It was it was a loop. It was
okay.
a there was just maybe like two instruments going and it was just this loop.
Mhm.
And it literally started with shit got crazy. And we're both looking at each other. And we're like, I like this. This is literally
Yeah.
where it started, and it just started to flow. It started to flow just from the first line. And
Uh,
then, you add like the the beat, you add the beat and the bass and like just that like now there's a rhythm, like you're grooving, you're vibing. So it's sort of just like all happening at the same time. You got a melody, you got some lyrics that are getting thrown into the melody, you got this like rhythm going. So yeah, that's it just all together. It
okay.
just sort of happened.
I love that. I love that. This creative flow that happened with this song, is that kind of what we can expect for any of your upcoming music? It's kind of just going to be a vibe.
It's definitely going to be a vibe. So the EP, so I have a project. The EP is going to be ready, dropping August 15th. And there's another song on there that I worked with Daramola on. So it's kind of like that same vibe. And then I also have a song with a very talented artist called Nonso Amadi. He's from the Toronto area.
Nice.
And we're going to be putting that out next as my next single. So it's all going to have this like similar vibe to it. But I just always wanted to make sure that I was bridging this new chapter, from doing all these Afrobeat covers. I always wanted to
Mhm.
make sure that there was some sort of carry on, from those covers to my original music. So there's always going to be that element that you're going to hear through my original
That
music.
element of Afrobeats.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's really sick. Okay, I'm excited to hear. I'm excited to hear. But even some of your older stuff, it's not necessarily Afrobeats, but it's more like electronic pop. But even that, it still gives you that like upbeat, and I still want to dance to it. So even though it's not directly Afrobeat, it still gives a similar vibe and energy, I would say. You still get the same energy.
Yeah, like the thing is, at the end of the day, my voice is always going to be my voice. Like the way I construct melodies and the way I sing, it's
Yeah.
always going to have this sort of like R&B feel to it,
Yeah.
but it's cool to fuse the
Yes.
voice and these different beats together.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. I love that. Okay, so you mentioned with this most recent track that's coming out soon, and then the one that is already out, you collaborated with Daramola, but
Yeah.
you've also collaborated with a bunch of other people like Carl Wolf, Swisher T, and Tajari as well, who's known for his single with Temi, or with Tem,
Mhm.
sorry,
Yeah.
Higher. What is it about collaboration that you enjoy?
So it brings a different element to
Mhm.
the song that you're creating because I only know what I know. Like I only bring to the table what's in my head, like my melodies and my flow and my vibe. When you're
Mhm.
collaborating with somebody else, it's always going to bring out a different result. And it's so fascinating because like you go in thinking like, okay, well, like this is the type of song like I'm gonna make, and then you have a collaborator that gives their input and you're sort of bouncing ideas off of each other, and the next thing you know, you have this like very unique project that only the two of you could have made because it's like these two forces coming together. So a lot of these songs that are on my EP would
Yeah.
not have turned out the way they did without that element of collaboration.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. I love that. I love that. And I love how collaboration is also at the core of your artistry.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Collaborations are everything. Like they just they just elevate. They elevate your music. You always learn something, even if like the collaboration like doesn't actually work out at the end of the day. You always take something from that interaction and that collaboration.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Yeah.
amazing. When you're working with like specifically these Afrobeat producers, is it ever does a feeling of, validation or even relief ever pass you by just to further validate, your achievement as a cover artist, but then also how you're able to bring that into your own artistry in such a respectful way?
Well, I think the fact that I'm even able to be in these rooms and in these studio sessions with such a talented and big names. Like, I mean, Tajiri did Higher by Thames, which, later got sampled into the song Wait For You by Drake and Future. And it's like, I'm in LA and I'm in a studio session with Tajiri. Like, that's just like, I don't know, like thinking about this like a year ago, like I would have never thought that I would be in rooms with such like reputable like producers and writers and artists. So I think that I have like this is just like one long journey, right? So I think that I have the whole cover, like cover song era of my life. I think that it played a big role into getting me into this next phase because they know me. They're like, oh yeah, Chrissy, like yeah, like bring her to the studio, like we'll work with her. And it's like, thank God, because I don't know if I was like I don't know how else to sell myself here. So
Yeah.
I am really thankful that like everything's connected, like because of that, I was able to now work with these amazing people that now I can make amazing music and start this next chapter of
Yeah.
my music career. So all
Absolutely.
connected.
Yes. And so as you're stepping into this chapter, what is one thing that you want folks to know about you when it comes to your identity as a recording artist?
I mean, like, it's just like, I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. Like, that's a tough question. I think I just want people to know at the end of the day that I am an artist. And even though I've been doing covers for so long, it's like I've always been writing music and I've always been making my original music. So I think I just want that to be like the at the forefront now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely is. Definitely is. Earlier we had a question come in. Someone was asking, how many albums do you have out right now?
No, none, no albums. This is
So
gonna
you
be
gotta stay
August.
tuned.
Yeah, that's gonna be the first project. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm so excited for this EP. Do you have a release date as of yet?
So the tentative date right now is August 15th.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So y'all better mark that in your calendars, okay? Amazing. Okay, so we're at the end of this interview. Thank you so much, Chrissy. This was amazing.
Thank
It was such a
you.
fun time.
Thank you. I had fun. I had fun in this conversation.
Hey, I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. That's today's episode. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more conversations with artists in Canada.